Palmdale School District. This is Jerry Sloan, your EdTech coach, with Class Dojo for Beginners. Many people, many teachers actually, think Class Dojo is great for classroom management. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about using Class Dojo as a remote learning tool, messaging, for example, but also another level, which is pushing things out to students using the portfolio portion of Class Dojo. That's fairly new for Class Dojo. So if you're wondering what it is, it's an alternative to Remind. For example, connecting families and sharing student learning. Creating a positive classroom is something that we can certainly do with that, but we're not even going to deal with the points today as much as just student ownership and empowerment. It's more than just little monsters. You can communicate securely with a whole class or specific parents. As mentioned, you can create student ownership over learning and assign activities. The biggest strength, of course, of Class Dojo is communication. You've got messaging, either the whole class or certain parents, and that is done so that only the parents that you message see your message and nobody else sees your reply. Class Story is something where you can give a lot of different information to families, including videos and photos and PDFs, all kinds of things. And then School Story, where you can share your announcements and your information with the whole school. Another level of Class Dojo, which is, as I mentioned, fairly new, is portfolios, where you can assign activities, give feedback to students, and have students share their work with their parents. So the first step in Class Dojo is to go to classdojo.com and create your account. Definitely use your Palmdale School District address and show Class Dojo that you're a teacher. You have to click I'm a teacher. When you get to classdojo.com, join your school. Some teachers are already using it at your school site. Some parents are already in the system, and that'll make it easier. Plus, as I mentioned, you can give announcements to the entire school, all the teachers and all the parents. You'll verify your email. If you have any problems with that, reach out to me or to Class Dojo and create your class. Parents are easily invited with phone numbers or emails. So if we go live with Class Dojo, here is your landing page. And as you can see, I'm already signed in. Say, when you do originally sign up, be sure you pick you're a teacher. And be sure you sign in with your Google account. Once you have signed in, created your account, you click New Class, name your class. Be sure to put your name in the class so that parents who've got a bunch of different classes that they're a part of can find yours and that you can find it next year as well. And sharing points, to say, points is something that's done in the classroom. You do not have to use it. Once you've created your class and joined your school, go into your class, and you'll find this simple landing page. This is the home page for your class. You go over here all the way to the right to invite parents. That's the first thing you're going to want to do. When you click on Invite Parents, you'll see this screen come up. Now, if we were in this classroom, you might download parent invites and you'd get a class code for each parent. You could print them out, hand them to the students. But in this case, we're going to send invitations right here. For example, and I'll show you on this page. If we go to this demo class and we hit Invite Parents, then this is the screen that shows. So you put a parent email in or a phone number. It will go to their email or it will text their phone and it will ask them to join. It's simply a click. And parents who download the app have a lot of great features, including translating your messages into their home language, and they pick that on their end in the app. If they don't join your class, you'll find out because you'll see that you sent an invite and that they did not sign up. One thing that it does do is it does track the messages you send. For example, after you invite parents, you can go right away to messages. You can set quiet hours, which can be very helpful now that you're at home, right? You don't need parents messaging you at 9 o'clock at night. But you can also click on, let's see, no parents connected. You can also click on, let me show you in a different class, right? That's a little bit harder to show on that one. There's my demo class that I made. You click on messages and you click on new message, then you can select which parents that you want to have a message go to. The blue circles on the right show who you're talking to. Plus, you can select all. Once you click next, you can type your message. Hi, everyone. And you can schedule it if you don't want to send it right away. You click on schedule message and then click on the date that you want and the time. Or you could say, nope, I want to send it right now. So that's a very simple way to text parents, to give announcements, to say, you can go to their email, you can go to their phone, they get notifications and updates from you. Very handy, especially for those parents who don't really use a lot of email. The other really great feature is Class Story. You click on Class Story, your message will go to all the parents in your classroom, but it has a lot of great features. For example, you could put a photo, you can add a file, maybe a worksheet, PDF that you have. You can make a recording of yourself up to 8 minutes. Maybe read the students a story or just check in and then show them your favorite flower or your puppy dog, something along those lines. What a great way to connect. It's asynchronous. Parents will get it on their phones or on their iPads, computer. They'll click on it and show it to their students. Another nice thing to do is schedule your Zoom events on Event. That's a newer feature. When you click on it, you can title your event Zoom meeting, and you're basically talking about a live event. It might be used, for example, during normal school operating hours for a parent night or an open house. In this case, you could say Zoom meeting, put a little description down here. You can change these icons, which is kind of nice. Those are fun. And then right here, it'll give the parents a reminder. So it'll actually text their phone, text their Class Dojo app, give them that notification. Obviously, you wouldn't do a Zoom meeting 5 days before, but maybe an hour before, a day before. You might want to remind them. Schools will also use this feature for perhaps a town hall meeting that they're hosting virtually to discuss things going on in their school. So that's a really nice feature. There's a lot of power in this and a lot of possibilities. It's also interesting to know that, as I did down here, if you put in a website, you could copy and paste it. Once you hit post, it will turn into a live link so that it will go out to the parents. Now, if they comment on your post, you only see it, other parents don't. If they send you a like, once again, you're the only one who sees it. But it's also good to know that you get to tracking. You get to see how many parents have actually looked at your announcement. So that's really handy. So that's messages and Class Story. Great ways to communicate. The third thing that I wanted to share was portfolios. A lot of teachers who use Class Dojo have not used portfolios yet, and they're really fun. Portfolios is right here. Students get their own special login, which is really easy to give. And then you can create activities if you're using a computer. You can create an activity, for example, Here's one I created. What does the moon look like? And I've asked the students to make a drawing. If I created a new activity, it might be name that color. Of course, this would be for lower grades, right? And I would say, find a flower, identify the color, take a picture. And if they're using a phone or an iPad, it's easy for them to take it outside and take a picture of the flower. Now I might say, do a photo or a video recording. I could say a text entry, or I could tell the kids that they needed to draw a picture of their flower. I can assign it to the class, and then they could do the activity. When they submit it and they turn it in, either on a phone or an iPad or a computer, I have to approve it. Once I approve it, then the parents will see it too. Other students won't see it, other parents won't see it. But the students can collect their work in their own portfolio, and they can share it. As I say, they're sharing it with you, they can share it with their parents. Parents can give feedback, you can give feedback, and really help them grow that growth mindset so that they're proud of their work. I'll show you an example of what one looks like from a real class. This is an example of my classroom where students took home their assignment, did it, and took pictures of it, sent it back to me. They also made videos to tell me what they were learning. And some of them even took their Class Dojo app on vacation and took pictures of what they were doing on vacation. Once I approve them, then their parents can see them as well. So this is a special way for students to collect their work, be proud of it, get good feedback from myself and from parents, and really enjoy sharing that. So that's a really great thing to do on Class Dojo. Knowing that you can assign activities, can only assign them or create them, I should say, on a computer. However, students can just create their own activity. They can actually interact with Portfolio on their own and give things that they want to share, share them with parents, share them with you. So they can establish this group of activities. I don't think Douglas has anything, but if I click on Douglas, I could see what he had turned in, and I could see all our comments back and forth. Now you might say, yes, this sounds great, and it does. It's easy to do, but you have to go to student login. Now student login is on every page, and let's show it from the beginning. So if I go to my landing page and I go to student login, this is the same window that shows up no matter what page I'm on, as long as I hit student login. And now I'm going to say at home instructions. I'm not going to use the classroom instructions. Once I click there, I can message parents who are in already and send that message. All they have to do is click the link. Even if they're not in, if they haven't accepted my invite yet, they haven't joined my classroom yet, I can still share with them. I can copy this message into Remind. I can copy it into an email. I can get it out to students, copy it into Google Classroom, I suppose, although, I don't know, I haven't tried that. That's a good question. That should work, but Google Classroom goes to students, not to parents, so that probably wouldn't be your best way. But it is very easy. And then parents get a variety of options. For example, they might get this page here, right? Which actually we already showed that one. And if I emailed Fifi's parent, she would get this. And then she would click on that link and it would look like that. So there's a QR code as well. So Class Dojo is easy to use. It's easy to work with. The app is a little bit different in a phone and an iPad. I actually used it both on a computer and on a phone and iPad. I was able to take pictures and make recordings of myself pretty easily with my phone. So that was really convenient. And it does translate for students, parents, as I mentioned. I don't think it translates for students, but it translates for parents for sure. And then they can communicate very easily with you. If you're interested in finding out more, please reach out. I'll put my email back up here. And know that another way to get great ideas for Class Dojo is to go to their Facebook page. Just search Class Dojo, and they've got a special Facebook page with lots of tips and tricks from teachers across the nation. So hopefully this is helpful. It's something to definitely check out if you've got some time. It's a great alternative to Remind, and it really works pretty well even for some of the upper elementary levels. Thank you so much for listening. Good luck and good learning. Bye-bye.